Domino, 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 Domino. Welcome to Joseline's Cabaret, where your every desire will be fulfilled. ah! Welcome back, y'all. I'm so excited. It's time to get back into the cabaret. And if you love Joseline's Cabaret like I love Joseline's Cabaret, well, baby, you've come to the right motherfucking place because we're going to get down to the nitty gritty each and every week. We're going to break down the episodes each and every week through season 5, just like we've done the prior seasons. And I would love nothing more than to have you to come along with me as we break these episodes down. So, before we begin, make sure you subscribe to the channel. That way you never miss anything Zeus Network related, Joseline's Cabaret, Domino. Also click that thumbs up button and like this video if you don't mind. That helps me get into the YouTube algorithm. Join the conversation. I want to hear what you got to say about the season premiere of Joseline's Cabaret, Texas. Baby, we in Texas. Zeus Network loves Texas, don't they? They love going back to Texas to do things. No shade to Texas. I've never been. I've always wanted to visit Texas. Maybe that can happen one of these days, okay? Shout out to you, Texas. Last but not least, if you want to join the Damien After Dark movement, in the description box below is going to be some ways that you guys will be able to donate, okay? So I'm really excited for Joseline's Cabaret to be back. You know, the fans and Natalie and other people say that Baddies is the #1 show on Zeus Network, and I think that it is numbers-wise. I think that more people do tune in to Baddies. However, when it comes down to the better show, with as far as, you know, in more what show is more entertaining, to me it's Joseline's Cabaret. Last season they fell off. Season 4, it wasn't that great. I can say that, right? It wasn't the worst, but it wasn't the best. Their best season was seasons 2 and 3. 2 and 3 were their best seasons. I'm hoping with season 5 they can redeem themselves and get back to those great seasons that we really enjoyed with 2 and 3. So I'm gonna be willing to give my girls a chance. And one thing that I love about Joseline's Cabaret, unlike Baddies, every season we get a fresh new batch of girls. Now Joseline does tend to bring back OGs every season, but it's not like she brings the same group of OGs back every single season like they do with Baddies, right? She might bring back the same OG a couple seasons in a row like she's done Wet Wet. But not this big group of girls that we don't care to keep seeing, that are toxic, that bully other girls. Do y'all know what I'm saying? Like, I like Joseline's Cabaret because it's something different every season. This season we're in Texas. This season we got some OGs that have come back. We've got some an all new batch of fresh new girls that we've never seen before that I'm very interested into getting to know. The episode begins, and first of all, when the credits were rolling, what the fuck kind of intro song was that? Did y'all hear that? I don't think it was the intro, but you know, when they're playing the credits and they show us the cityscape, you know, like a view of the city, they were playing this song. I'm like, what? It's like, go drop, drop, go bye bye, go la la, I wanna be with you. I'm like, what? Like, girl, what? Okay. No, whatever. Anyway, Joseline mentions towards the beginning of the episode that she is now drug free. And I'm just like, okay, Joseline, how long is that going to last? Because I remember, like, less than a year ago, you were on stage with the Joseline's Cabaret New York girls, and you were talking about how you were clean and sober, and then we ended up watching Joseline's Cabaret New York, and it was very clear and obvious that you were not sober. You actually got arrested later that season for a alleged coke-fueled tirade. But, you know, if you want to go check that video out, we talked about that last year. We'll see, Joseline. We'll see. And I don't want to make a joke of it too bad, because I know that substance abuse is difficult. I've struggled with it myself. You know, you say you're going to quit and you have it in your mind you're going to quit 1 minute, 1 day, and then the next few days it creeps into your head and you're using again. So, now, from what I'm understanding, is that just like with Baddies, was it Baddie? Yeah, they did this on Baddies, I believe, and with Bad Boys, they're doing like a tour within Texas, right? So it's Joseline's Cabaret, Texas, and they will be going to Houston, they will be going to Dallas, they will be going to San Antonio and Cancun. Now, Cancun kind of threw me off because I'm like, why do y'all be doing that when the show is called Joseline's Cabaret, Texas? I don't understand why they're not going to Austin, Texas. From what I understand, Austin, Texas is one of the most poppin' cities in Texas. It's very cultural, very diverse, very artsy and different and cool. Why would you not want to go to Austin, Texas? And San Antonio is artsy and cool too, from what I've heard. But if you're going to do four cities, it should be Dallas, Houston, Austin, and San Antonio. I don't get Cancun. Okay, but whatever. Now we see at the very beginning, we see the big mansion that they're staying in Houston, and Joseline walks up, or she gallops up on this horse. Now we all know, or if you don't know, Joseline loves to ride horses. She loves to go horseback riding. We see her walking up as the main entrance. You know, very beautiful. She looks great, hair flowing, riding on this horse. Now I'm thinking, okay, the show's about to start. We're about to see all the girls. Great. No. They break into the Domino, Domino music video. Okay, we have to. Apparently, the intro to the show is the Joseline Domino music video. And then I thought about it. I'm like, oh yeah, Damien, remember every season we get a new Joseline music video for the intro. That's nothing but Joseline. You know, she's a producer of this show. That ain't nothing but her telling them, I want my music video to be the intro of the show, right? Now, what I will say is I like the music video, the concept, the design. I thought it was really cool. Now, she had some of the Cabaret girls in it, like Raven and Danny, and I think Andrea was there. I really liked the video. I really liked the song. And what's crazy is Joseline's songs are, if the general public would think her songs are really terrible. Her songs are really, really bad. But they're so catchy. Like, I don't know what it is. Welcome to Vegas, baby. Now won't you come and pay me? Give me the money. Give me diamonds. Give me rubies, baby. Take me a last trip. I wanna go shopping. Get on your knees and make you please and let you eat me. I wanna ride it, baby. I wanna ride it, baby. I wanna ride it, baby. I wanna ride it. I wanna ride. Let me stop. No, but think about it. And remember that her first hit that really, like, we were all singing. Do y'all remember? Do it like it shall be day, baby. Do it like it shall be day. Do it like it shall be. We gotta give Joseline her credit, okay? She may not be a number one chart-topping Grammy award-winning singer, but she got some little bobs. Damilo, Damilo. I don't even know the halftime what I be saying. Would I be saying it? Um, Joseline is out by the pool in their Texas mansion that they're staying in. And she's talking to her man Ballistic. Ballistic is like he's aged quite a bit. Which, I mean, I would be aging too, dealing with Joseline. Joseline is a whole motherfucking full-time job and part-time job and another full-time job on top of each other, okay? They're out talking about the pool. She's talking about her love of horseback riding. She mentions how, she's excited for the Cabaret to be in Texas, and she's got these new girls that are coming, and she can't wait for that. She mentions that she's going to have Wet Wet come in. She mentions that she's going to have some of the OGs come back, And she says that horseback riding has kept her sober this season. Okay, Joseline. And I'm trying to take her serious, but the thing is, when you make statements like that, especially on this public platform on national television, people are going to want to hold you accountable. So you keep saying you're sober, but when we see you, eyes wide, buck open, cocked like a pistol, pupils dilated, face red, slobbering, looking like the Hulk running around, dirty t-shirt on, ponytail looking a mess. When we see you running around looking like that, don't say nothing when we be calling you Cocaline. And then how are we supposed to take you serious when you got this clothing line called Cocaline that glamorizes the use of cocaine? Make it make sense, Joseline. Now, one of the things that she says to Ballistic is that this season is going to be different because there's going to be a $50,000 prize on the line. And my only thing with shows like Zeus and Now That's TV is when they do these cash prizes. Like over at Now That's TV, they're giving away $100,000 for that show Greek Life, I think. My only thing about that is that these type of shows and networks are notorious for not paying, allegedly. I've heard from talent, they've allegedly claimed that these networks allegedly do not. They will claim to make the show look good. Oh, there's a cash prize, but then they don't get the cash prize. Now, I'm not saying that that's what they're doing with Joseline's Cabaret. I'm not saying that's true. I don't know, but that's just what the streets be saying. Okay, that's just what these people who have experience on these shows be alleging. In addition, now, this is not the first time they've done a cash prize on Joseline's Cabaret. Season 2, there was a $10,000 cash prize that Chanel So allegedly won. Did Chanel So get her money? I think she said she got her money. But what's 10K to Zeus? Nothing, right? Now 50K, y'all better pay them girls. We're gonna spend a block on that, and we're gonna come back to that, and we're gonna find out if y'all paid the 50K. Whichever girl won, we're gonna reach out and find out. Now Joseline mentions that aside from bringing Wet back, she's bringing Danny and Andrea back, aka the hyenas. That's what I call them. Gag. The only reason that Joseline is bringing these two girls back is because these two girls have no backbone. These two girls have no backbone, no pride, no dignity. They don't care what Joseline says to them. They don't care how Joseline treats them. She can grab them by the backs of their motherfucking skulls and drag them down, the motherfucking street, spit on them, take a shit on them. She could do whatever she wanted to, and those girls would still stick around because they're that desperate for the notoriety. They have no self-esteem. They need to feel validated. They need to feel loved. They crave that fame and that fortune that Joseline has. They want to be a part of that circle. They want to be in that. They want to be involved, and it comes at whatever cost. And that's why I don't fuck with Danny and Andrea, because they won't tell Joseline when she's wrong. That's why Joseline likes them there. They're bobbleheads. They're yes men. Okay. Yes, madam. Yes, madam. Yes, madam Hernandez. Yes, whatever you want. You want us to sell pussy, allegedly? We'll sell pussy for you, allegedly. You want us to suck a dick in the back of a strip club, allegedly, while we're on tour? We'll suck dick in the back of a strip club, allegedly, while we're on tour. You girls are... don't get me started. Don't get me started. Now, I'm appalled and shocked that Raven and Diamond are back. Now, I don't dislike Raven and Diamond as much as I dislike Danny and Andrea. Right? To me, they're a little more likable than those two hyenas. But Raven and Diamond, especially you, Raven, after you were chokeslammed on that, your parents should have whooped you. Your parents probably aren't in your life, obviously. And no shade to those who don't have their parents in their life, but it's like, this girl, how do you get chokeslammed on national television? How do you get treated like a hoe? The hoe that you are. Slammed to the ground like a hoe. You might as well be pimp slapped. That is the equivalent to a pimp slap for madams. The male pimp slap, the female pimp slap is the choke slam. And you got it. And I just knew, Raven, that you were not going to come back. I just knew that you were like, that was enough. I can't believe I was humiliated and shamed that much. And she was like, I can't believe I got the call. Girl, go do something else with your life. Go back and do something else in Orlando with your life. Leave this life alone. You don't want this, because you're going to end up being clocked again upside the head. What's going to happen? But if that happened in front of the camera, if the choke slam happened in front of the camera, what happens behind closed doors? Now, y'all remember last season when Diamond found out that Raven got choke slammed, she dipped. She got the fuck out. Now, Diamond has come back. She recently had a baby. I'm just shocked that she's back. It's like an abusive ex-boyfriend or an abusive ex-pimp that you can't stop coming back to. Where is your dignity, ladies? You don't have an ounce of it. There's not even a sign of self-respect there. None. Now, Joseline is holding a masquerade party at this mansion. And instead of having the girls already cast and chosen. She's having a bunch of girls show up to the mansion, and she's going to choose from those girls which ones she likes. So all these girls are going to show up to the masquerade party, and whoever stands out, they're going to get to be a part of the show. And then ultimately, that's going to be 12 to 14 girls. They're going to narrow those down at the end of the show to 6 girls. Those girls will go on tour with Joseline's Cabaret, Texas. Okay. Now, Erica Mena is hosting this. Now, y'all see how quick, as soon as VH1 dropped Erica Mena for making those comments that she made to Spice on Love and Hip Hop, Zeus said, "Here we are, baby." They opened the curtains. They said, "Come on, Erica. Come on, right on back. We got you, boo." They Zeus loves to recycle a VH1 star, baby, and it's kind of smart if you think about it. It brings it says, okay, VH1, you don't want them, we'll take them. We'll take your viewers, and that's what I think it does. It helps bring viewers over to their network. So, and Eric, if you notice, Zeus is using Erica a lot. They've got her on this show. They've had her on something else. They're giving her her own show that she's getting a dating show that's featuring men and women, which I think will be very interesting. Um, Now, what I did like about this season is Zeus was smart enough to bring Wet Wet back. Joseline says she's going to bring Wet Wet back, but not as a dancer. I thought that was kind of interesting. Wet Wet is not coming back as a dancer. She's coming back as a house mom, which what I took as was like a, is it like the bottom bitch? The way Joseline described it is she's pretty much going to be like the assistant to the girls to make sure that they've got their hair, their makeup, the wigs. She said wet wipes, baby wipes, perfume, deodorant. Just the little things to keep you fresh and clean. And so ultimately, what I think it boils down to is that Zeus wanted a way to bring Wet Wet back. They wanted to bring Wet Wet back, but let's face it, she's not the best dancer. She did try though, and like last season, she had the Doon Cha Cha dance down. She wasn't the best dancer, but I think they were like, let's try to bring her back, but not as a dancer. How can we have her back? We'll have her as a house mom, whatever y'all want to call that. The leader of the house, the team lead. I like to call her the team lead, the group captain. Keep the girls in check, even though she can't. Maybe group captain is not the best word, but I'm here for it. I love it. Wet Wet. When you think of Joseline's Cabaret, you think of Wet Wet. I do. I think she's a big component of this show. Um, Now Diamond, Raven, and Wet Wet get on a sprinter van at one point, and Diamond, when we're reintroduced to her, she says, "I'm Diamond. I'm from Johnson's Cabaret. Yada yada yada. The party don't stop till I walk in, or the party don't start till I walk in." And I'm like, "What? Okay, okay. Whoever, if you want to tell yourself that, but we ain't buying that. I'm sorry, Diamond. It's embarrassing. Like, how are you and Raven still getting pimped? I'm confused." And listen, I want to say this. I'm not shaming any mom that has to work after she has a baby. A lot of women don't have the support of a man right after they have a baby. There's always unfortunate situations where some men may split up with the woman or cheat or whatever the case may be. Not all women have the luxury and support of a husband, of a man, of a boyfriend. So I don't shame any woman that has to go out here and work. I applaud that. However, if I just had a baby, I would not want to be on Joseline's Cabaret fighting and popping pussy. Is that just me? Now, I get if you have no other options, like if prostitution was like your next option, but I mean, this is pretty much the next thing next to it. This is the next best thing next to prostitution. But I get it. The cameras, the fame, it's addicting. You do get a decent check coming back on the show. So that's the only reason I give Raven the benefit of the doubt, is that it was probably a decent check for her to get on her feet with her baby. But I'm wondering, like, does she have a man? Do you have a man? Now, Danny, that thing, I can't stand. I'm like, why did they bring Danny and Andrea back? They brought nothing to this show last season. I can think of like so many other girls from last season that y'all could have brought back over Danny and Andrea. Y'all only reason that Joseline brought them back is because they lick ass. They have no personality. They're lame. They're followers. They're peons. They're basic. They're peasants. They're not TV material. They're not entertaining. They don't have TV personalities. I'm sorry, they don't. To me, they are lame. Okay? Danny is one of the worst Joseline's Cabaret girls in the history of Joseline's Cabaret. I don't care how well she dances. You can be the best dancer, but go to Juilliard. Is it Juilliard? No, that's the acting school. Bitch, go to a dance or a ballet school. This is television too. You're not entertaining. And Andrea, that nutty ass bitch. Okay, that nutty ass delusional follower that Joseline could tell her to run in front of traffic and she would do it. That nutball who thinks that people are going to fly her out for fucking interviews. I forgot about that. When the episode 1 aired last season of Joseline's Cabaret, I emailed her about doing an interview, and she said, I'm only doing in-person interviews where I will be flown out. Are you out of your mother... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm sorry, y'all. If you only knew, okay, doing this kind of work, it blows my mind sometimes, the entitlement of these people who get on TV for the first fucking time and they act like they motherfucking Kim Kardashian, bitch. Even Kim Kardashian is more humble than that. Who are you, Danny, to want to be entitled to an in-person interview? Be flown out. We're talking at least $1,000 plus more dollar budget to fly out, put you in a hotel. I'm sure you're gonna want money to, like, girl, no, you're not even, like, I could see doing that with Joseline. I would absolutely do that with Joseline, but never you, my love. Like, these girls have lost it. This was before I knew Danny was. I was just trying to get a feel of I wanted to interview the girls from last season. Hopefully, I can this season. I always say that. I get so busy that I just don't end up doing it. But we'll see what happens. Now, Andrea and Danny end up getting on the Sprinter van with Raven, Diamond, and Wet Wet. And Andrea and Wet Wet kind of start getting into it. They start bickering and going back and forth because of some things that were said online. Apparently, Wet Wet told Andrea to go be a mom. And that, of course, that's going to trigger anybody, even though that Wet Wet is a mother herself. Wet Wet says, I'm at home with my child 365. While Andrea is allegedly out, doing what she got to do. And I'm not shaming that. And again, it's one thing to make your money as a mother when you got a child at home, but it's another thing to do it when you've got a whole husband at home, you've got a whole family at home, and you're out here on the road with Joseline Hernandez, who be allegedly snorting cocaine. Y'all be in strip clubs every night, half fucking naked, popping pussy, shaking ass around this very, very drug-fueled sex lifestyle. And listen, it may sound judgy, y'all, but like I said, if she was a single mom or whatever, do your thing, boo. You gotta do what you gotta do. But you got a husband at home. If it was me, there's no way. It's one thing if my girl was going out on this tour, right? It's one thing if my girl was a stripper. I may even date a girl or a guy, or not even say girl because I don't date girls. But I would even probably date a guy that was a stripper because I'm secure in myself if I trusted him enough. Whatever. I don't think I'd want to, but I think I could be secure enough to do it. But I'm trying to picture myself as a heterosexual male with a female. There's no way you're going on the fucking road with Joseline Hernandez to strip. Sorry. And a lot of it's got to do with Joseline. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. We see what happens when you hang with Joseline. She runs amok through these cities, getting in trouble, acting a fool, fighting at her big grown age. Now, Joseline has probably made it known before, so I'm not trying to make this a big deal, but she is a true bisexual. We saw that interaction with her and Erica Mena. Erica Mena came to the house. Joseline is having her host this masquerade party to help her find girls for the cabaret. And baby, their sexual chemistry, they were just like, they wanted to eat each other up. They wanted to eat each other up. And Joseline said she would like eat Erica's ass if her husband wasn't jealous. And Erica said, I don't like to eat booty. I like to eat pussy. Okay, Erica. Okay. A case of the pussy snatchers. Now we get to meet some of these new girls that come in. We get to see them in the confessionals. The first girl was very pretty. I don't remember her name. Very, very pretty. Some of these girls, not so pretty. No shade. Like, that sounds so mean, but I was like, ooh. Some of these girls look like they just came straight off the corner. There was just one girl. Like, I can't stand when some people get on TV for the first time because they flex so hard and it's so obvious that they're lying. AKA Lexi Gold. Did y'all see that girl? There was a girl named Lexi Gold there, and she was like, NBA players, drug dealers, ballers, they're all checking for Lexi Gold. And it's like, baby, you got some confidence, baby, because it's not giving what you think it's giving. Lex, it's not giving what you think it's giving. Because if you have drug dealers, ballers, NBA players checking for you, why are you on Joseline's Cabaret? Then there was a girl named Jayla. Jayla, baby, with that orange wig. I be trying to figure out some of these girls' fashion, hair, beauty decisions when I'm like, you're on television for the first time, most of you, big platform, and you come on TV looking like this. That wig literally looked like she cut it off of a broom, dyed it orange, and plopped it on her head. Girl, no. And did y'all notice there was a lot of girls from Chicago on there? Shout out to Chicago. A lot of Chi-Town girls on the Cabaret. Anybody from Chicago watching? Shout out to y'all. I noticed that. There was a girl, one of the new girls was named Dominican Barbie. Do y'all remember her? If you don't remember her, let me try to jog your brain, jog your memory. She looked like a Dominican version of Whoa Vicky. Go back and look. If you don't remember, go look. She looked like a Dominican version of Whoa Vicky. I was like, whoa, is that Whoa Vicky? Is that Whoa Vicky? Did they cast Whoa Vicky for the Cabaret now? Child. And then another thing, Jocelyn, how you gonna throw a masquerade party and then nobody have a masquerade mask on? Everybody supposed to be wearing the masquerade mask, and nobody had one on. I think there were like a few people that were hired that were like prop actors, dancers to wear them, but nobody at the party had on a masquerade mask. Now, when Erica Mena, she goes and she wants to start feeling out some of the girls, right? Getting to know them, seeing who she thinks might be a good fit. And a lot of these girls are like fangirling. They're like, oh my God, I can't believe it's Erica Mena. And I was just a little confused by it because if I saw Erica Mena out in public, I don't think I would really, I mean, like if a natural organic interaction happened with her, I think it would if I like bumped into her or something, like, oh, you're Erica from Love and Hip Hop, that kind of thing. But I wouldn't really fangirl. Because what has Erica really done other than loving hip hop? And they might sound really shady, and I'm not trying to take away from her accolades. But my thing is, if you get on reality TV and you've been on reality TV for years and you can't tell me something else that you do besides the reality TV show Love and Hip Hop, Like, what have you done? Like, the Kardashians are a great example. Take something and make something of it. Natalie is a great example. Take something and build a business out of it. Build a brand. Build a product. Do something. And I don't think Erica's got anything that I know of. She might. And if she does, forgive me. I stand corrected if she does. But all I know Erica Mena from is Love and Hip Hop and from calling Spice a monkey. That's all I know her from. She's gorgeous. I can't take that away from her. Beautiful girl. What I did like about Erica is she checked Andrea, because Andrea is really bad about doing like this. And I get it. Some people have resting bitch face, right? But you're on TV, you're at a party, you're a part of the cabaret, you're representing yourself, you're representing your hometown, you're representing the cabaret. Sit up straight, look presentable, look pretty, smile, be happy to be there. You know what I'm saying? And Erica checked her on it. She said, "Why you got that stank face for?" What? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm having a good time. But if it was Wet Wet that said that to her, she would want to punch her and have a fit and do whatever, right? And what at the party? What was with the Joseline? What is going on? You said you were off drugs, Joseline. You said you weren't doing drugs no more, but your look is giving I'm still on drugs. I did not like the penciled eyebrows. First of all, it looked like she had. I don't think she shaved her eyebrows. I think she just like covered it up with some kind of coloring, and then she just like penciled in a really thin eyebrow. And then the makeup, the hair, the outfit, everything just did not go together. She looked like something straight out of a Halloween movie, a horror movie. She looked like she'd be in a cemetery and there'd be fog all around her late at night. Yeah, that's what it was giving me. It was kind of scary. Um, Now Joseline says, "You know what? It's the season one. It's the season 5 premiere. It's the first episode. We got to get some shit started. We got to get some shit crunk. We got to get a fight started." So she pulls Wet Wet and Andrea to the side and she says, "Look, if you two are going to be in the cabaret as OGs, what's your issue? Let's talk about it. Let's figure out what the issue is." And before they can even, I mean, they talk a little bit. They talk about the issue, not much, but Wet Wet brings up that, look, I talked about her daughter. I said, or not her daughter. She says, I said that she should be a mom, something like that. Wet Wet says something like that before she could even explain herself. She's looking at Joseline and Andrea just, and it's like, Wet Wet, you've been on this show longer than this girl. You need to be prepared at all times. Don't ever turn your back, turn your head, turn your nothing to your op. Especially this hyena who will do anything for some camera time. They're already jealous that you're the star of this show, Wet Wet. Like, come on. The hyenas end up tag teaming her. As soon as Andrea jump on Wet Wet, here come Danny grabbing Wet Wet's wig and pulling it and ripping it, and I'm like, I don't expect anything less from these trashy ass gutter rats. I really don't. They're trash. They're scum. They go in the same bucket as to me as Anna Mac. These type of girls I would never be around. I would hope my daughters would never be anything like these type of girls. I don't associate with these type of girls. I stay back away from not even these type of girls. These type of people. It's giving hefty garbage bag. Okay, that's what it's giving. Let me say this. The hyenas may have jumped on Wet Wet the way they did, but she held her motherfucking own. Y'all can't say that she didn't hold her own. Wet Wet may not be the best dancer, but she defended herself. But there were a few different instances where I looked up and Wet Wet was just pounding into a head. Like, they may have been pulling her back, but she was beating into them motherfucking heads. She was. For two people to be on you and security to be holding you back, she held that shit down. She didn't let them punk her. She didn't let them walk all over her, slam her to the ground, slap her, beat her, fuck her up. She held it, and I respect it. I respect it. And I stand Wet Wet until the body slam, Wet Wet, until the body slam. Because you over here, you let your guard down again. When Raven had Wet Wet's wig on and Raven was doing what Raven was doing, she's always trying to get a moment and a camera time, trying to be funny. So she's done that in the past. Remember when it was funny the first time in season 3, when she put the wig on in Joseline's Cabaret, Las Vegas, and she was doing super bass. This one is for the boys with the booming system, top down AC with the cooling system. When it come up in the club, it be blazing up. Got stacks on deck like he's saving up. And everybody laughed. It was a funny moment, but now she's got the wig on again. So, okay, Raven, we get it, whatever. But Wet Wet gets behind Raven and she's dancing and she's not paying attention. She lets her guard down again and then boom. There come what looked like Danny. Danny runs up on Wet Wet and gets her again. And I don't know. I just don't like those sellouts. They're sellouts. They sold their soul. Andrea and Danny sold their soul. This is probably the most exciting their life has ever been. They think they're so tough, and I can't wait to see what's coming to them the rest of this season. And I hope you'll join me for the Joseline's Cabaret Texas after shows each and every week right here on the Damien After Dark channel. Make sure you get subscribed, like this video, join the conversation by getting in the comment section. And if you want to donate to the Damien After Dark movement, in the description box below will be some ways that you can donate, because this is my part-time job now. Thank you guys for the donations. Thank you guys for the support, the love, the liking the videos, subscribing, all that. I really appreciate you, and I love you from the bottom of my heart. Stay tuned for more content. We'll see you next time.